Hey, welcome back to my channel, Cerius Blaq with Cerius Blaq. I'm your host, Cerius Blaq, here to react. It is XG Day, and I am joined by DJ Switch. What is up, dog?
Yo, what's going on, man? I can't wait for more XG. I've been having so much fun. Let's get to it.
Okay, so first off, we did Shooting Star last time. Now
Yes.
I'm going to do Shooting Star on the first take. Are you familiar with the first take?
What is the first take?
Okay, First Take is a very popular show where they invite a lot of K-pop, J-pop, those type of bands to come on and do a live version of their songs. So we're going to see a live version of Shooting Star.
You know what this reminds me of, actually, real quick before we get into it?
Yeah.
The BBC has a show on Radio 1 where they like acoustic covers. Like they have artists come on, they'll do one of their own songs, and then they'll cover a song that influenced them.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen a couple of those, yeah.
Bro, if you have not heard Haley and Paramore doing Use Somebody by Kings of Leon.
I think I have, actually.
Oh, no. Oh, my God, dude. Like, please do yourself a favor. Check out Paramore's cover of Use Somebody by Kings of Leon. Okay. It was recorded at BBC Live, and it's incredible. Incredible.
Okay. No, I think I'm familiar with that because I also saw a Kimbra performance on there, too, so...
and actually Harry Styles had a couple of good ones. Yeah, sorry, I could go on about that. But all right, so this show, The First Take, kind of reminds me of that. And if it's anything like that, then I am super down.
Okay, well, I'll be interested to see what you think because this is the live version of Shooting Star. So here we go.
Cool.
In 3, 2, 1. Yep.
They all walk out in front of the mics. There's so many of them.
Look at them.
Yeah.
I've had to engineer stuff like this. It's wild.
Yeah. XG. Everything I do at A1. Flawless, making going scene. Pins and money on riot. Always looking fresh, got the green in my diet. Head to my toe, shining like canary diamonds. Bling bling, freedom cookies. Nothing to it. Going stupid, saucing, drip dripping. We a movement, never losing. Making moves, stay back. If I give it my all, will it pay off? Working overtime, no days off. All the shooting stars in the dark. All the shooting stars in the dark make a wish. Take it up from the ground, it's amazing. It's so out of this world, I'm in space. Now I'm going up, heading to the stars, wouldn't trade it up for another life, no. Yeah, we riding and riding and riding on up. So shining and shining and shining for sure. Ooh, I am looking so lavish. Ooh, I put it one like it's a habit. It's a big move. Every day's like a dream, making big moves. Yeah, we do it for a team. Ooh, I am looking so lavish. Ooh, I bet you can't imagine. I'll be the one, don't need a stunt, cause we cool and cute and booty just for fun, You could run up on me, I'm too out of this world. I got the spaceship jumping, ready for my lunch. I don't care for my bread, I'm just going dumb. I ain't tryna fight your shots, but they doing none.
Yeah.
I know they're watching me, I'm on a wannabe. Nobody touching me, I got this energy. Baby, if I give it my all, will it pay off? Working overtime, no days off. All the shooting stars in the dark. All the shooting stars in the dark.
I love that dreamy sound in the background.
Take it up from the ground, it's amazing. It's so out of this world, I'm in space. Now I'm going up, heading to the stars, wouldn't trade it up for another life, no. Yeah, we riding and riding and riding on up. So shining and shining and shining for sure. Ooh, I am looking so lavish. Ooh, I put it one like it's a habit. It's a big move. Every day's like a dream, making big moves. Yeah, we do it for a team. Ooh, I am looking so lavish. Ooh, I am that you can't imagine. Oh, you're rocking with a dream team. Call me strapping when we hit the scene. Oh, you're rocking with a dream team. We're shooting from another galaxy. And you know we take it all the way. Lights and camera action is just how we live. Don't get it to say this entire play. Just know that X, she's going out of yeah, we riding on up. So shining and shining and shining for sure. Ooh, I am looking so lavish. Ooh, I'm looking so lavish. Every day's like a dream, making big moves as the ship is on the queen. Ooh, I am looking so lavish. Ooh, that you can't imagine.
Who's that with the pink stripe? That's
Hold on, with the pink stripe.
yeah, in her hair.
Oh,
Yeah, there.
Juria.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's Juria on the lead, right?
She's the other lead vocalist. Let me pause this real quick.
So that's what I thought. I didn't want to guess and then be wrong, so I figured I'd just ask.
Yeah.
But I was thinking it was Juria. Dude. Like, yeah. Oh my God. So a couple of things. First of all, the dancing could have been way better.
Shut up.
But second, there's a couple of things that I really like about a video format like this, where the idea is to strip out as much of the production as possible. There was still a little bit there, right? So like you could hear a little bit of, like, just the tiniest bit of reverb just to kind of help support the voices. You could hear you could hear some of the isolation that they were doing in the production side to, like, because when you have 7 people with 7 microphones in the same room, all standing next to each other like that, you start running into bleed problems where the microphones will bleed into each other if you're not very careful and intentional about where you place them and how you tune them on the back end, right?
Right.
And so, that's part of the reason why they all have to be so super close to the mics in an environment like that, because if they're not super close to the mics, then they run the risk of bleeding their voice over into the other channels.
The next mic. Okay.
Because they're not turning the mics on and off depending on who sings. Those mics are all on the whole time, right? Mm-hmm. From a producer standpoint, I was saying, I have had to engineer situations like that. I've mentioned in past videos that I was a sound engineer for a 16 voice jazz choir in college.
Right.
Which means we had 16 voices plus 2 solo mics out front that they would step up to and then step back in line, right? And then on top of that, we had a full rhythm section. So I was running I think it was like either 24 or 32 channel board, and I had almost every channel being used to be able to mic a drum kit, a piano, a guitar, a bass, and then 16 voices plus 2 solos, right? And every person had their own mic. And so, and they were in a live environment. You have not only mics and voices to contend with, but you also have monitors to contend with. Thankfully, in this environment, they were all using headphones, so the monitoring thing isn't as big of a deal. Right. Which makes so much more sense in a show production environment like this versus a live concert. Like live concerts where you want to use live monitors. For this, it wouldn't have even made sense, honestly, in the room. So headphones make much more sense. Right. All of that is to say, it's very clear that the intention of this format is to lay bare all of the mistakes, all of the little imperfections, all of the anything that is less than stellar coming from these performers. You would have seen or heard it on this recording. And they fucking nailed it. Sorry for the French. I don't know if you allow me to curse on this.
What the fuck you just say to me?
They nailed it. Juria, I think here more so than even in other videos that we've seen. I think Juria really showed why she's wearing that Captain C. I think you called out someone else as the leader of the group.
Chisa, which was the other, she had the ponytail, I think, just now. She's the main vocalist, and Juria is they're both main vocalists. I mean, but Chisa's the sub leader.
Not today they weren't. Respectfully,
yeah.
Juria fucking owned that room.
Alphas. I think we might have a Juria bias going on.
I'm just saying, in that room on that day, that was Juria's room that day.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you something. I love towards the end where she hits you with that and looking so lavish. I got a chill in my arm. Mm-hmm. When she hit that note, and so
that was another note that I had for the performance, was that really like along with being very transparent in its design and its intention, for the like transparent for the performers. So like if they do mess up, you're absolutely going to hear it, right?
Yeah.
Not only was Juria impressive as hell, but what really also struck out to me was how everybody, first of all, how everybody had such commanding control over their own individual tone. When you're singing together like that, versus in a recording situation where maybe you record your parts separately, so you're kind of on your own in the ISO booth.
Right.
Or maybe you record them in like different ISO booths so you can hear each other on the headphones, but you're still kind of in a room by yourself. The part of the reason why they do it that way, aside from all the technical stuff, is mentally, you know, when you're in a group like that, you have a tendency to start subconsciously copying the tone and the sort of the technique and habits of other singers that you're singing with. And I did not hear that here. Everyone here that opened their mouth had a absolute command over their tone as an individual, and no two sounded the same to me.
Yeah, no, that's that, and honestly, you just hit the nail on the head. That is actually what is one of the main things that's been drawing a lot of us to XG. Is because there's 7 members who can sing cohesively, but they're all different. Like, so one of the things that I started picking up on through my initial XG journey was that they'll have a song with like these repetitive, catchy hooks, right? But what I started noticing is that when they get to the hook each time, it's a different person doing it.
Here's the thing. You can have 7 people in a group that can all sing.
Yeah.
I mean, tell me you've never been to church without telling me you've never been to church, right?
Yeah.
You can have choirs that can sing together and sound fantastic.
Right.
But this is not a choir. This is 7 individual artists coming together to make something more than the sum of its parts. And you can hear that when they sing individually in an environment like this, where if they were going to be slipping into each other's bad habits, they would be doing it here.
Yeah.
And they didn't.
Sorry, one more thing.
Go ahead.
The other thing I like about the first take performances is that for me, it was the first time I got to also see the breakdown of the song and who does what part.
Yes.
Sometimes it's hard to see that in the video.
Yes.
But like, I love even the little ad libs, so they were just jumping back and forth between people.
Yeah. No, absolutely. And the thing is, like, and that was the other thing I wanted to mention about this before we move on is a lot of folks misunderstand the sort of like functional purpose of having a 7-person group like this. A lot of folks will sometimes assume that when they're all singing together, it's all 7 of them. But when you watch this video, you see that at one point there was like 4 of them on the chorus and the other 3 did not have their mouths open.
Right.
Because you don't need all 7 voices to make a full girl group sound. Right?
Yeah. And that's what I noticed too, because and
TLC didn't have 7 members, Spice Girls didn't have 7 members, and Vogue didn't have 7 members. I can go on, right?
Right, exactly.
And so to have a full group sound, you don't need all 7 all the time.
But I did notice too, is like in that second time that they did that chorus too, you're right. There was like 4 of them that did the first part of the chorus, and then they stopped, and then the other 3 came in and did the second half of the chorus.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah, no,
but
that's fantastic. That is a fantastic arrangement. Whoever's doing the arranging, so you like it's one thing to write a song, but then you have to arrange the song for the performers that are performing it, right? And whoever's doing the arranging, probably the same folks that are writing it, I would assume.
Yeah. Which would be Jacobs, Simon, and Chancellor. Their main 2 producers. Yeah.
Yeah, and they clearly have a handle on how to arrange for a 7-person group like this. Like it always feels full without feeling like they're singing over the top of each other.
Absolutely.
Okay. And that's where I think that's the thing. The other thing I think really stands out for me here is, you know, you have this environment where it's designed to be incredibly transparent, and it's through that transparency that we get to see that yes, not all of them are singing every time. For every part of the song, but that's okay because they don't need to. They are still supporting each other even when they don't have their mouths open. They're still there in support of each other. Just absolutely fantastic work. I loved that video. Thank you for sharing that with me.
You're welcome. Now we're gonna move on because first of all, if I seem rushing today, Alphas and Slack Pack, it's because I'm trying to be respectful.
It's my fault.
It's time.
My fault.
He's got a Dungeons and Dragons game, and I want to make sure he gets to that because I hope he rolls a 1.
No,
anyway.
no. I have a very important high-level meeting with some professionals at 1:00. What are you talking about, Dungeons and Dragons? I'm not a nerd. I don't play D&D. What are you talking about?
They know I'm a nerd, Doug. Okay.
In seriousness, like my D&D group is very, very cool about my career as an entertainer. They understand, so like, we'll do our best to get out of here. But what's the next video?
Okay. Next, we're going to move on to one of their songs that you haven't heard, and this is Left Right. This is the other, I want to say, comeback song. Remember I told you they take that break in between because we did Tippy Toes Mascara. Then they took
they come back like Jordan wearing the 4-5.
Exactly. So they did Shooting Star, and then they did Left Right. So we're going to watch the music video for Left Right.
Yeah.
And just keep in mind everything you've heard so far and how those sounded, and think about genres.
Okay.
And now we're going to Left Right. Here we go.
Hillbilly bluegrass.
Not yet.
Yeah, not yet. I wouldn't put it past them. If Beyonce could do country, I'm just saying.
Right.
Oh, I love this. Oh, that's so cool. No, pause it.
Okay.
Dude, hang on. Wait a minute.
We'll go back.
On this week's episode of This Week in Vinyl, you and I were just talking about ELO and about their like kind of space station-y artwork for their album.
Yep.
And so like anytime, like whenever I see like space stations and spaceships as part of like a visual for like a music video or an album cover, I always think back to like the progressive rock albums from like ELO and Boston and like some of the crazy spaceshipy stuff that they were doing in the 70s and 80s, man. That's so wild that you and I were just talking about that, and now here it is on the video.
We were just talking about that
an hour ago.
And just for those who don't know, what he's talking about is I record a show on his channel called This Week in Vinyl.
Yeah.
Where he presents to me different vinyl record releases, and this is what we were just talking about in our last recording. So make sure to go over his channel and check those episodes out too. But anyway, I'm starting the video over.
Yeah,
because,
please start over. I'm sorry.
No, this is good. No, because this is space, and you're a nerd, and I'm a nerd, and this will be appealing to us.
This one's for us. Yeah, nice.
Here we go.
That's so dope. It's like a space yacht.
It does look like a space yacht.
Right?
Man, why do you always got the drip on?
I got what you want, I got what you need.
I want that hat.
Like we don't follow anything. Oh, left, right, get it on the floor. I wanna see you left, right, get in my zone. Then we hit the slide, ready for the swing. We don't want no ops, want no drama queen. Left, right, everywhere we go. We pull up.
What is up with those gloves, bro?
They're the best.
Those things are wild.
The ride and switch lanes like this. Spin it out and flip. Cruising down like we be on a trip. Boy, just follow my flow. Don't matter where we go. Oh, the only direction I know.
Is this directed by Missy Elliott?
Dude, yes. Like everybody who's seen this video has said something like, yo, man, this reminds me of TLC. This reminds me of Missy Elliott. It's so 2000s coded, and it's on purpose. The last two videos have been 2000s coded.
I love it. I honestly, like, right down to like the cheap CGI.
Yeah.
Because that's what we had in the early 2000s, man. We didn't have no Unreal Engine 5 or whatever the hell they're using these days to make like photorealistic computer generated stuff. We didn't have nobody had access to like giant LED screens like they use on the Mandalorian. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
but like, no, I think it's all intentional to look like, you know, like even with the fisheye lens, with the, dude, they had on bucket hats.
Yes, the bucket hats, the bright colors, the wild, like, and look at all the color blocking on their outfits too. Like, not just bright colored outfits, but the way that the outfits are color blocked with each other. So like the pink with the yellow gloves matched with the yellow, like. It's so wild to see this type of style making a comeback. Honestly, it makes me feel a little old. I'll be real. I'll be real. This is what I was doing. This is what was going on when I was in high school. Okay. But even though it makes me feel a little old, it also makes me feel very familiar and nostalgic to the style. Cause this is when I was really getting into music. This is when I was starting my DJ career. Like I love this stuff. I think it's one of the reasons why I like this group so much is because it feels like they're straight out of my like prime years. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And that's, I mean, and they know what they're doing. First of all, look at this Paul screen. Look at the attitude.
Yeah. The vests are wild.
Right?
When was the last time you saw somebody wearing like baggy cargos with the boxers hanging out?
Not too.
I mean,
that's
an
even
even
better
better
screen.
It's been a minute.
Look at Juria's face. She's like she finna kick somebody.
Yeah, they all look like they're about ready to boot somebody in the chest, man.
Right. Okay, let's get back to it. Here we go.
Yeah, please.
I want your body moving left, right. You keep me up, my heart is beating up and down, spinning round and round. Just like my pearl is burning on the ground.
I want that hat, man.
That's right. Can nobody stop it? That's right. And my adrenaline is racing up and down, spinning round and round. Hit the pedal to the ground, listen to the sound. Now we on to something. Drop the fit, we killed it. Don't we all deserve it? I'll tell you how we want it. Oh, left, right. You've been here before, so do it till you get right. Get it one more. No, you can't deny it. Baby, don't you hide it. If I like it, I bite it. Tell me if you are worth it. Really wanna know. I've been in reverse, singing real.
Can you tell which one is the short one? She wearing 7-inch lips.
Honestly, they're all little.
Yeah. Well, especially compared to us, man.
To the other side, HG, we certified. Alpha, we go right on that. Into the galaxy, no device. Down, if you down. Tell me if you down. Want your body swerving left, right. I want your body moving left, right. You keep me up, my heart is beating up and down, spinning round and round. Just like my pearl is burning on the ground. If you're down with me, then let's ride. If you down, can nobody stop it? That's right. And my adrenaline is racing up and down, spinning round and round. Hit the pedal to the ground, listen to the sound,
Man, like it's so good. It's so good. Did you ever watch that show Avenue 5?
Oh, the space yacht. Yeah, the one with
There's the cruise ship with Hugh Laurie as the captain.
Laurie, yeah.
And Josh Gad plays this douchey, clueless billionaire that paid for the cruise, and so like he ends up on the cruise, and then they get like stuck in space on their first voyage.
Yeah.
They did that show for 2 seasons, and I'm gonna tell you right now, if you haven't seen it, like it's on HBO, please go watch it. It's one of the best shows I've seen in the last few years. I hate that it got canceled, honestly, because they could have gone another 5 seasons easy. But like watching that whole video just kept reminding me of like the space cruise ship that they had in that show.
I can see, especially the part where it switches to Maya and Hinata in that orange cafe looking area.
Yeah.
That part reminded me of.
Did I have a fuzzy on my hat again this week? Y'all, last week we recorded the vinyl show, and then we recorded the XG show, and the whole time I had a little fuzzy right on the tip of my Star Trek hat. that I missed. So if y'all want to go back and watch that, you'll see my little fuzzy just sitting on the tip of my hat, and I didn't notice it the entire time we were recording. And so when I went back and watched it, I was just like so mad at myself because I had just cleaned that hat. I just cleaned that hat before we recorded, but I used a white rag that left a white fuzzy. Anyway, well, I'm getting in the weeds here.
Anyway, what I'd like to see from y'all, from the Slack pack that's watching, if you find a video that he's talking about with the hat, I'd like you to screenshot it and then Photoshop it with different things.
I hate you.
Hat,
I hate you.
Just for me. Okay.
Why are you doing this?
Anyway,
why are you doing this right now?
What did you think about the song and the video, sir?
There was a song in that video?
Sure.
And this is gonna be my last episode. He's not gonna have me back next week. No, the song's great, man. Like I will say, the whole time I was watching that song, what I kept thinking to myself is how frustrating it is that you won't let me read ahead. You're making me go through this every week, like a couple songs at a time, and like the whole time I was sitting here going, I need to add a bunch of XG to my DJ hard drive. So I have these songs on me the next time I go out and play a pop party, because I want to be finding one of the ongoing problems for me, especially in the post-pandemic era, is that before the pandemic, a lot of my focus on my music as an open format DJ is that I would basically be tracking the Billboard charts every week and making sure that anything new that came out or any new stuff that was popping up or popular. But Billboard still does a pretty good job of keeping track of things like, Spotify popularity and iTunes popularity, not just radio popularity and stuff, right? So like, it's not as easy as it used to be, many years ago when we had more of a monoculture and like, popular songs were just popular songs and the DJs could go find out what was popular every week and then play that in the club.
Right.
It's getting harder to do that these days because less and less stuff is coming out. And so much of music as a culture has been fractured by the internet. So we're all kind of listening to our own stuff and taking our own interests. But not only is this stuff so good, but it's also so danceable and so poppy. And so it just makes me want to go digging for XG music that I can add to my DJ playlist. The problem is, in order for me to do that, I need Cerius Blaq's permission to go outside of the few songs that we've covered over the last several weeks. Because I know XG has a much deeper catalog, and I promise you, the second I start digging for DJ music, I'm going to find a lot of songs that we have not talked about yet.
Oh, my God. He's not wrong, y'all. Y'all know he's not wrong.
So,
I know he's not wrong. I don't know what to do about it. If you have an opinion, put it in the comments.
I know what to do about it.
I mean, I'm trying not to spoil him, and I wanted to go in order, but let me ask you this. If you think that we should go ahead to some other stuff for some reason, like right now, let me know, and I will put together some stuff that I think he can use as a DJ and put that in the next compilation and then go back.
I got a better idea.
What's up?
Why don't we just do this more than once a week?
Oh, okay. I guess we could do that too. Yeah. Well, he said it, so yeah, I guess we'll just do that.
Anyway, we'll talk about it. We'll try to figure it out.
But one thing you should know, and it's funny because you brought up the charts, Left Right, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Alphas, but this was their first song that reached the American charts.
Okay.
Yeah. And it went up there. In fact, Switch, there's a remix to this song with Sierra.
I gotta hear that. I
am giving you permission to go ahead and listen to the Sierra version too. Okay?
Sierra would be dope on that track, man. That's gonna be good.
Exactly. Okay. So,
honestly, her and Missy.
Man, dude, I am waiting for an XG Missy collab, son.
That would be so dope.
I am waiting. But yeah, Left Right, love the video, space thing. I think this is also a good time to reveal to you that XG also has lore. The reason the Shooting Star was shot the way it's shot, and the reason that Left Right is shot the way it's shot, is because XG, at this point, I believe, fully came into their persona as they are alien space wolves.
Oh.
And that's why we're called alphas, as the fans.
Okay. Yeah, I think you had kind of mentioned that like early on. So this is all sort of coming full circle. It's starting to make more sense now.
That's right.
Okay.
And so that was their spaceship.
that also explains the pause and the ears and the sort of fashion nods to fur and some of the sort of more animal features of some of the outfits in that video. That's starting to make a little more sense to me, because those paw gloves were like kind of wild, dude. And I was like, she wearing gloves, but they're like animal paws. Like that's crazy. Now that you say that, it makes a little more sense. I didn't hate it by any means. I thought it was kind of a cool look.
I mean, no, it's a cool look.
But obviously there's some deeper reason for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or it's just weird ass fashion. Like they always got like they're very unique in their fashion. You'll see. But anyway, we are
fashion can be weird anyway.
Yeah. Exactly. We're gonna hear the same song now, but this is a live stage performance that was recorded for them right after this. And this might further help you too. During this performance, if you look at the bottom left of the screen, it will portray the name of who's doing
dope.
Singing at that time. So
dope.
Here we go with their performance on the live stage for Left Right.
And I want to we don't have the screen up. I want to say real quick, just while you're doing that, I like this process because as much as I'm anxious to start adding XG to my catalog and start like digging more into their stuff, I also am really, really enjoying the process of getting to know them through their work. And not only getting to know them through their work, but getting to know them through multiple iterations of their work. So like we see the music video, and then we see the dance video, and then we see the like that what was it, the one take? Or first take? Yeah. First take, which is such a great way to learn the music and also learn who's doing what parts, and also get to know more about them as artists away from all of the flash and pageantry and design of the music videos themselves. Because the videos are fun, but like real talk, I'm getting old, and I have been a musician since I was 10, and so like for me, as much as I enjoy the videos, I cannot ingest music into my brain without thinking about it like a musician. You guys have probably seen that by now. Like whenever I'm listening to stuff, I'm thinking about it like a musician, and I'm thinking about it like a DJ, and I'm thinking about it like a producer, right? And so like I can't turn that off in my brain. It's just how my brain is. When it comes to music these days, 30 years on into my career. So, so like watching stuff like this is great because it lets me see it from different angles so that I can have a better, more full understanding.
Absolutely. Slackpack also, do you think now is a good time to dive into like one of the guides for DJ Switch? Is it after we've done this like this? There's a couple of guides out there. If you think I should show him a guide next, put that in the comments. Let me know, and also tell me which ones are the most current and most accurate. Okay?
I would love to see some opinions on that. Yeah.
Maybe without too many spoilers, or maybe there will be spoilers. I don't know. Just give me some suggestions. Thanks. All right, here we go.
No exit. Hotel California. You can check out anytime you like. You can never leave.
I love that little move. It's so cute.
I got what you want. I got what you need. Moving like we don't follow anything. Oh, left, right, get it on the floor. I wanna see you left, right, get in my zone.
So it's Jurin.
Then we hit the slide, ready for the swing.
That's Chisa.
We don't wanna
and Chisa's the leader, right?
She's a sub-leader. Jurin's the leader.
Okay.
I'm a one that trip. With the ride, I'm switching lanes like this. Spinning out and flip. Cruising down like we be on a trip. Boy, just follow my flow. Don't matter where we go. Oh, the only direction I know. Nobody's swerving left, right.
I think you're right. I think I'm a Juria fan.
Yeah. You keep me up, my heart is beating up and down, spinning round and round.
She's so good.
Just like my peril is burning on the ground. Feel better with it, let's ride. Can nobody stop it, that's right. And my adrenaline is racing up and down, spinning round and round. Hit the pedal to the ground, listen to the sound. Drop the fit, we killed it. Don't we all deserve it? Tell you how we want it all left, right. You've been here before, so do it till you get right. Get it one more. No, you can't deny it. Baby, don't you hide it. Like it, I'm hiding. So just tell me if you were worth it. Should've knows inside, baby, say no more. Boy, just follow my flow, don't matter where we go.
Yeah.
Oh, the only direction I know. Want your body swerving left, right. I want your body moving left, right.
I lost count, but I think everybody sang at this point by now, right?
Yes, they do a good job of making sure everybody gets a moment.
Up and down, spinning round and round. Hit the pedal to the ground. Listen to the sound, listen to the sound. This is the right time, so come get it. You know that I'll be there for you. Down, down, if you're down, down, baby, I get
I mean, she's just, you know.
Let me take you to the other side. XG, we certified. Alpha, we go ride or die. Into the galaxy, none of vibes. Down, down, if you're down, down. Tell me if you're down, down.
Their choreo is so fun.
Yeah. They're all so talented. They're all so good. They all have such fantastic vocals that I think any one of them could have a solo career if that's like where their career ends up taking them, like saying 10, 20 years, right?
Yeah.
I don't know specifically what it is. I can't quite put my finger on it, but I feel like Juria is holding back. I think that girl has like Mariah level technique and skill. And I think like I felt like she could have, if she wanted to, put a lot more power behind some of those runs in that vocal there. Yeah. And I felt almost like she was pulling the power back so that she wasn't completely overblowing everyone else in the group, which is a good thing. Like, I don't want that to sound like a critical thing. It's actually a good thing because when you're in a 7-person group like this, you need to blend. Like blending, you like, that's the ongoing constant monster you have to fight when you're in a group like that, is you have to be blending all the time. You can't just step out like little Michael and the like there was Jackson 5, but really it was Michael and his backup singers, right?
Yeah.
Like really. And the thing is, little Michael, who was what, 8, 10 at the time when he started with that group, something like that. Like, you can't tell a little kid to blend and pull back and you know make yourself sound more like your brothers. And so it's the same thing here, right? Juria could blow the ears off of every one of those girls in that room if she wanted to, and I feel like either she hasn't either she hasn't accepted that level of power yet in her voice, or she's purposely pulling back on that level of power so that she blends better with the group, which is better for the group.
I think it's more of the group decision thing, which is why they chop it up like that the way that they do. Like, so in fact, I think that this is a discussion that has been had a lot of times with most alphas about, like, you know, like, because there's been times where people also were talking about, at the beginning of the XG career, why didn't Hinata get more singing parts? Because it does turn out that Hinata has a pretty special, unique voice too. And truth be told, we don't get to see that until later. And it turns out that was because she was a little bit more shy at the beginning.
Yes.
And she wasn't confident in her English as much as some of the other girls were. Now, with Juria and Chisa, you're going to see, as we keep going further, more and more moments where they choose to highlight them.
Yeah, it starts almost turning into a battle up at the top of the range.
Well, that's the thing, though. They keep doing this thing, like, as you go down that journey, like, all of a sudden, you'll be like, Maya has been really shining lately. Like there's been a lot of great Maya moments where you get to see what she's really capable of, or Cocona, or Jurin, or like there's a lot of times, like one time, you know, like we were watching videos, all of us alphas, and then all of a sudden, Jurin is singing. Yeah. And we're like, oh, okay. Like, all right.
Yeah, no, they all have really, really good voices. You know, doesn't matter if they're
yeah.
singing or rapping. Like, I have been very, very happy with all of the performances I've seen so far. Clearly, the technique and talent are there. So, like, you know, I don't have a lot of bad things to say, but for whatever reason, I think the standout, at least for today, for me, has been, and honestly, in some of the other videos, but especially today, like, I'm watching these things, and it's as soon as I hear Juria open up, it's like, wow, that girl is. That girl's got a lot of horsepower under the hood, and it's almost like she's either purposely holding back, or maybe she's not quite confident enough yet to let it out. But there's a dangerous voice in that girl.
Yeah. let us know what you think in the comments. You know, what your opinion is on what Juria was at this time, not what she is now, because we know where she is now and what's going on.
Yeah, I have no idea where she's at now.
What do you think? Let me know. What time is it?
It's about that time.
Okay. Well, I'm going to stop it here for today, and we're going to get into some other stuff next week. In fact, we're probably going to revisit the XG tapes and Vox next week, so you can see solo performances, stuff like that, as they have progressed. Okay?
So,
but yeah, give me your opinion on what you think should be next. Should, you know, if you want to see us record this more than once a week, or if you want to see me skip ahead to do some stuff, I will read through all the comments, and then I will make my decision from there. And don't forget to go over to Switch's channel and subscribe and go watch his stuff.
I would love that. I would love that. Alphas, thank you for being so kind to me, by the way. I have been reading the comments. I've responded to a few. There's one thing I want to call out before we close out, and there was a comment that I responded to, but I wanted to sort of reiterate it here in the video. I've talked a little bit about autotune, and I want to just make very clear, because this is a really common misunderstanding. Using autotune in a professional environment is not an indictment of their talent. Using autotune is a very common and very accepted practice in professional music production. When it's when you rely on autotune to cover up the problems, that's when it becomes unprofessional, and that's when it becomes an issue. And I have never once thought that that was what was going on here. You can see the talent, you can see the technique. Using just a tiny bit of autotune and sort of like dialing in, especially with the early videos, I think the production side was sort of dialing their stuff in too. And we kind of talked about that on that first video. But I know I've had one or two people made a comment about my thoughts on autotune. I just want to be very, very clear. Using a tiny bit of autotune to just sort of make a little bit of a subtle adjustment on the production side of things is in no way an indictment of their talent as singers. We are all humans, and humans do human things. And so no amount of training will ever make a singer 100% perfect, and that's okay. It's just when you rely on the auto-tune to fix problems that honestly should be fixed through training and not through technology, that's when you start getting into problems. And I don't think these performers are ever going to have that problem. They're clearly extremely well trained and clearly absolutely know what they're doing. And you can hear that in the first video that we watched here today, the first take video. If there was any auto tune on those mics at all, I certainly couldn't hear it. So what you were hearing there was very obviously an incredibly raw and an incredibly transparent performance from the production side, and that was intentional. That was by design, right?
Yeah.
So at no time did those those performers ever need the auto-tune. And so I hope that clears things up. I hope some of the folks that were reading and sort of responding to my comments on the auto-tune stuff have a better idea of where I'm coming from when I talk about stuff like that, because it's very much a production thing, but in no way am I issuing an indictment of their talent. They are all incredibly talented, and I cannot wait for next week.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that that clarification. One thing I want to clarify as well, because I read the comments as well. A couple people mentioned the fact that I try to be very respectful of Cocona's pronouns on here, and they told me that, like, oh, it's not necessary. Well, I'm gonna let you know right now.
It is.
I disagree. It is. Yeah. It's necessary to me.
It's very necessary.
Whether even if Cocona doesn't mind if we mess up, I'm still going to try not to mess up, because they did say that they prefer he, him, they, them. And that's what I will go with whenever I can. And if I do mess up, I'll apologize for it. And I'll keep trying to practice that. Because even though, like, let's just say Cocona might not mess up, I know other non-binary people, and I don't want to mess up their pronouns either. And that's something I care about on this channel.
You and I both have a lot of friends that use pronouns other than the ones they were assigned at birth. And I'm going to tell you right now, it's about trying. Make the effort. Do your best that you can. I've slipped up. I mean, hell, I've slipped up in the last 2 minutes.
Oh, I slipped up constantly.
But I corrected myself, you know? And the thing is, like, that's all we can do. We can only just try and try our best and genuinely and earnestly try our best when it comes to the pronoun stuff. And that's why it matters. What matters is letting the folks who are affected by it, letting them know we are trying our best out here and we do care about the way that the world sees you and the way that you see yourself in the world.
Exactly. And honestly, I don't think it's that hard to do to put in the effort, to be honest. Because, like, if somebody
really
messed up my name constantly, I would want to correct them, wouldn't I? You know.
Anyway. This is going to come as a shock to you, but my birth name is not Switch. So
you've been lying to me this whole time.
I have. So if folks call me Jeff, I don't get upset at them. I just, depending on the environment, I might politely correct them. I might not. But at the end of the day, it's not about whether or not they're right 100% of the time. It's about whether or not they actually care about my feelings and they care about the way I see myself and the way I identify myself in different environments. And so, like, I think that's one of the reasons having a stage name like that is, I think, one of the reasons why it was so easy for me to understand the importance of pronouns. And especially, in the last, what, 10, 15 years, it's really become at the front of social conversation. Yeah. I think it's been so easy for me to recognize and appreciate that and try and make the effort because I also have a stage name that I go by. And so, like, yes, it's different. I'm not saying it's the same thing, but it helps me in my brain be able to identify with that and be able to relate to that and go, oh yeah, no, this is important. And so I want to do my absolute best whenever I can.
Honestly, for me, it was just an easy, like, hey, call me this. And I was like, okay.
Yeah, that's all it needs to be.
Like, okay, if that's what you want to be called, cool. I mean, unless you want, like, if somebody was like, hey, you got to call me master, that's a punch in the mouth. But anyway, but if you, like, want a pronoun, but anyway, my point on this is, like, no disrespect. I know you said, what you said, or other people said what you said, but I'm going to keep doing that, and if that bothers you for some reason, I'm sorry, but that's what I'm going to do on my channel.
I'm not sorry. I'm going to keep doing it, and I'm definitely not sorry about it. Man, forget y'all. Pronouns are important. Shut up.
Well, anyway, I'm gonna get out of here now. Thank y'all for watching. Give you my usual. I want y'all to be safe, but stay dangerous.
Good to see you, buddy.
All right, y'all. Peace.